your plane, land your plane, land your plane, land your plane.
Booyah. Thank you for boarding with Land Your Plane podcast. I am your pilot instructor, Della Nooch. You are on. Damn, I just lost this chop. I'm in the cockpit. That's why I'm not on the visual, as you can see. But you are on flight 56. First time flyers, welcome. Thank you for checking me out. Stay for a little bit. Kick your shoes off. Relax. My flight family, we here in the building. What's goody? And you know I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hey, I'm Reese Moolah.
Get it? It's your boy Moneyback Extraordinaire. I put the money back, so extraordinaire, aka Gemini, aka Let's Get It.
I'm 34 and a half. I'm your favorite cousin from my auntie and uncle you ain't even know you had. And you know what I'm saying? It's a great night to take a flight.
Coulterville, 79. What's good? Mr. Laid Back, too. I got to lean forward. Southside.
What's up,
What's cracking?
What's cracking, cuz? You know the vibes, man.
Yeah, all day, nigga.
You've been working out.
What's up on the camp?
Hold on for a second.
What's up on lean forward, all the way forward, nigga? What up? Yeah, drop the jaw. Drop the locks, nigga.
Got fans and shit out here. Hold on. Let's get this shit right. Hold on for a second, fellas. I just came out the gym, excuse me. Let's get this shit right. Yeah, what's good? Y'all hear me?
One second, I got
Now we hear you.
Yeah, niggas hear me?
Now we hear you.
Yeah. Y'all hear me and shit?
Niggas thought it was they thought we had a person just doing
Southside. Oh, word? Yeah, we got.
Oh, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
What's that behind your shit? That right behind your head, no movie.
Yeah, no movie.
I need that. Need that.
Yeah, man.
Something. You got the something song right there. Don't
That's
do
good.
that too. Don't do that. They
Yeah,
got the
I'm here.
something song. Okay, I need one of those. I'm tight. We have to talk about that. I gotta get one of those.
What's going on? I got living. Let's pop out. What's going on with y'all? Y'all all right?
That's the highly favorite, man. You know what I'm saying?
Always. I woke up today.
A peaceful life, man. Peace.
Get my shit right. Hold on, man. All right.
So let's get right to it. Y'all familiar with the Lindsay Clancy case? Anybody?
I heard about it.
I've heard it.
No,
I ain't really.
Of course, the Capricorns heard it.
Yeah.
not really.
Of course, the Capricorns know about it.
All right. Well, tonight we're not playing judge. We ain't gonna be playing doctor, and we definitely not playing the internet detective. But we're going to be putting ourselves in the jury box. So I know y'all flight attendants, but today we jurors. So we're going to put ourselves in the jury box. We're going to ask one simple question: how do you separate the facts from the story? The Lindsay
What's
Clancy
his nationality?
trial.
Who's the guy? What's the guy?
It's a woman.
Is a woman?
Yeah.
What's her nationality?
Caucasian.
She's guilty.
Lindsay Clancy. All right, we got one girl guilty already. Got one card in.
Them light-skinned girls are very violent. I don't know why. Like I was on the show yesterday, they were saying that these light-skinned girls are sulfur. A lot of them are violent, especially the Italian ones.
Okay. Lindsay Clancy trial has put postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis, medication, mental health treatment, and criminal responsibility under a national microscope. Both sides agree on devastating outcome. Where they disagree, is what happens inside Clancy's mind and what means legally. I've got the PPD system set up today. Pause, put the facts first, and don't diagnose from the courtroom. We're gonna start with yeah, I'm all right, boom. We're gonna start I'm gonna play one of the videos, come back with your thoughts, and then we're gonna start the system. Y'all all right? Y'all good?
Chilling.
All right, that's good.
We're good.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Loving mom, Lindsay Clancy, Googles ways to kill, then murders her 3 tots dead in the basement with her own exercise bands. Tonight, she claims I was crazy.
She knew right from wrong. What appears to be perfectly sane obviously was not. This woman, whatever happened, whether it was planned in her mind, committed one of the most heinous acts I have ever heard.
147 Summer Street, respond with the police. Tail party off the top floor of the house, slice her wrist as well, and neck injuries, neck laceration. She's conscious at this time. We're going to check with med flight. It was over a 20-foot fall.
It's unknown where the knife is, or whatever she used to slit her. She's in the, looks like they're pinging around the back. We'll get that info now.
She did use a knife at first, unknown where that is at this time.
Let's start a mutual aid ambulance.
I'm on the way. We're with the county.
I got 2 pediatric arrests in the basement.
As a 2 pediatrics arrests. We got a mutual aid on
In the courtroom from the get-go and on the crime scene that night, I hear the defense lawyer saying she's been crying. Oh, okay. I guess so. She should be crying. Some junctures she says she's crying. Sometimes she says she's not crying. I don't care if she's crying. They're dead. First, before we get to what's happening in the courtroom, there's going to be hand-to-hand mutual combat over this case because the prosecutor is digging in that mommy made a plan. The defense is digging in. This is not just postpartum depression, it's postpartum psychosis. But I want to go to the night of the crime itself, Christina Rex. What did you observe at the scene?
Yeah, so this is top 3 worst crime scenes I've ever been to. You know, as a reporter, we're behind the crime scene tape. So luckily I didn't see the gruesome details, but I've never seen police officers weeping at a crime scene the way I did that night. When we had gotten there, it was, a breaking news. We just heard it over the scanner. We didn't know what was going on. We just could tell it was something bad. But when I got to the crime scene and I saw police officers leaving the house in tears, we knew it was really, really a bad situation inside that.
Y'all all right?
Yeah.
Chilling.
All right, we're gonna start with pause. P. Before I call somebody a monster or a victim, should I first understand that the medical evidence says? No, should I first understand what the medical evidence says about what was happening in their mind? Reese, over to.
Wait, one more time.
Before I call somebody a monster or a victim, should I first understand what the medical evidence says about what was happening in their mind?
I would say that you can consider it, but I also would want to know, was it something that was there and diagnosed prior to this incident, or was it something that magically just came up because this incident occurred? Working in the field of mental health, I understand a lot of people really do have mental health issues that are undiagnosed also, and also you can go into psychotic breaks and stuff like that based if you're not medicated and stuff. So I do think that fairly you should want to know all evidence and all aspects of any case before you're trying to find somebody guilty of something. But I also do know that a lot of people fake mental health issues when it's convenient for them. And we live in a world where mental health is like, it's terrible. There's not a lot of mental health places that actually help people truly. So I wouldn't call you a monster before I know all the evidence, but I wouldn't call you a victim either. To me, I'm keeping you right in the middle until I have the information that I need to make that correct decision, because my grandmother always told me, don't judge a book by its cover. So just because something terribly happens, I don't think that you judge that person until you really know what's going on. And I think there's a lot of cases where people are found guilty of things that they truly did not do. Or if it played, like if her mental health truly played a part into what caused it, I would like to know that evidence. So
Objection.
What's your objection, sir?
I know your grandmother never said that to you.
She did say that to me.
She said, don't judge a book by a cover.
Whatever. I'm gonna stop being nonsense. And that is my Italian grandma too, yes. So she might have said it with an A at the end of it, but so I truly think that you need to be fair in a situation. I think that you truly need to know all aspects and what evidence and what like to have a whole visual and the whole knowledge of everything before you make that determination if somebody is a monster or a victim. And mental health is a bitch. It really is. I know quite a few people that are crazy. They just don't want to admit it. Hey, no, I'm gonna land with that.
Respectfully. Cool Billy, pop out. If I can, before I call somebody a monster or a victim, should I first understand what the medical evidence says about what's happening in their mind?
Yes.
And why?
Again, it's pretty much like what sis just got finished saying. You never know what a person is going through. You don't never know what their symptoms are, which could be crazy. Who could have, you know what I'm saying? I don't know everybody, but I work with mentally challenged for a long time. So, you know, sometimes it's really not their fault. It really be their mind. It really be something wrong with them. So in that sense, yeah.
Respectful. Again, pop out.
That's pretty much wraps it up. Bro and sis got it. I mean, you can't. I don't know what else to say about it. You feel me?
I can dig it. The dirt.
I know that mental health is real. You know what I mean? I also have a little bit of experience in the field. However, at the same time, the fact she Googled how to harm her kids, that to me is like, it's premeditated.
That's correct. I didn't know that. That was in the clip?
That was in the clip, yeah.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that either.
Yeah, they said it in the clip. She Googled how to kill your kids, I think. I don't want to misquote it, but something like that.
That changes the narrative.
It does, but it doesn't.
That changes.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I'm just telling you. I'm just thinking me personally. When I think of, you know, mental health issues, I think that it's weird. It's awkward, at least weird for me, that a person only use it when they hurt their kids or something. I need there to be a clear history of this mental health issues. And I think it's I don't want to say hilarious, but definitely I never heard dudes getting postpartum. You know what I mean?
Well, postpartum is typically after you have the child.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, that's what we know it as. But I feel like maybe that's why my dad wasn't there for my mother, maybe, or me, because maybe he just had postpartum. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what all the dads who leave their kids have. They just have postpartum, and we're not giving them a voice. We just say they're just deadbeats. No, they having postpartum.
No.
No, they can't.
Postpartum is caused from hormonal imbalance.
Yeah, his bank account is about to be imbalanced. He got these kids.
No, it's caused when you give birth to a child and your hormones in your body. So if you're not giving birth to a child, you can't have postpartum.
Okay, allegedly. We don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. I know.
Well, last I checked, you didn't push no baby out your pee-pee.
I did. That's how I had babies. I pushed the baby out of my pee-pee. Yeah, I did. That's how it worked.
No, you pushed a sperm cell out of
which
your
is a baby. He got a point. He got a point.
And it has to. It's not a baby. It has to match with the egg to create the baby.
Or how yours wasn't? It wasn't a baby to it. My thing matched with it. It was just the egg.
Exactly. You need both to make a baby.
Made breakfast. You could have made breakfast with it. It's the unfertilized egg. So yeah, but no, I think mental health issue is very important. However, I don't like when it's being used as a crutch because I feel like it hurts people who actually do have mental health. When a person uses it as a way to say, "Oh, this is why I did this." Well, where was, like I said, where's the history? I don't want this just jumping out the window there's a lot of things you can do with mental health. Why didn't you hurt yourself?
Well, they said that she jumped off the roof and cut herself afterwards.
Yeah, let me add the fact that when responders first got there, she said, "Let me go get her," closed the door in their face, and then continued to try to commit suicide by jumping out the second story window, and now she's crippled for life.
This changes the narrative of everything. Like looking at Google how to hurt people and knowing I'm about to jump off the roof, like you.
But even then, if your mental health to me shouldn't have been to hurt everybody else. I almost kind of feel like hurt yourself if you're so mentally healthy. I can get that, but hurting other people is where I feel like it's not really an excuse, and those people are still dangerous. Because how do we punish someone who hurts other people? I think that is a difference between hurting yourself. That one is something that I can see. All right, let's just send them to a mental hospital, hopefully to get help. Let's just get a medication. But when your mental health can lead to you hurting other people, I think is more of a societal danger. And that's what I think enforcement of law is for, to help society be safer, hopefully, in its essence, in the nucleus of it. Maybe it's not always carried over, even through the system that we have. But I think that's the nucleus of it, the idea, the key components is to make life safer for people. So for me personally,
why the hell was she by herself?
She sent the husband low-key on a mission, knowing that the time that I was going to take him to do all what he had to do, by the time he got back, she finished what she was going to do. This is another reason why they said it was premeditated. However, I want to add on to what Dirk was saying. All right, boom. We can't call her a monster, and we're gonna have to look at the evidence that we have.
Yes, you can.
The evidence, even the experts in the courtroom. Huh?
Yeah, you can call her a bitch a monster.
No, I'm just saying, if I can, as a juror, I can't call her a monster or a victim, and we gotta look at what we have presented for us. What we have is we have experts on the stand. We have experts that testify, and both experts couldn't come up. Like you said, they disagreed. The only thing they agreed on was the outcome. All right, so if we can't go off of the experts, what else do I have? Now, what I do know is we have 3 dead children, and from what I heard, she chased the 5-year-old around. Like this nigga, he was aware of that. What she did to the first 2, I think a 3-month, if I'm mistaken, 3-month-old, 2-year or 3-year-old, and the son, I think he was 8 or 5 or whatever. She chased this little nigga around. So he knew mommy was acting crazy or whatever. Like like Dirk said, if you that damn crazy, you could have took your motherfucking self out versus taking the 3 little ones. If you that damn crazy, you didn't have to go all the way out to take them out. You feel me? So, from from the, like you said, from if the experts couldn't get it right, and this is what I do know, if that's what's presented to me, yeah, this is what I'm going off. And she actually admitted to it that I did it.
So what we talking about?
So let me ask you a
Now,
question. So
what
if
we're
she was
what the
severe,
trial is not about if she did it. The trial was about what was in her mind, what was happening through her mind. Was she overly medicated? Was she actually going through psychosis? That's what the trial is about.
I don't think so, because she knew what she was doing.
well, let me ask you a question because that kind of plays into what I was going to ask. People that have severe mental illnesses that go undiagnosed, or if they're on certain medications, do put them into a psychosis, which means that you don't have control over your thinking parts of your brain. So if she had a prior diagnosis to a severe mental health issue that either A, she wasn't properly medicated, or B, she was over medicated and went into a psychosis, she still could have committed these things, but actually not have fully known what she was actually doing in that psychosis.
I wouldn't leave her by herself.
Was that in the
This
case?
is what we're talking
Or
about.
are we just speculating?
No, I'm just saying because that was his question, was without knowing the facts of her mental health at that time.
But do we know the facts? Is that like was she pre-diagnosed?
Like, yeah,
or no?
Yeah. What is her history like? Is she in and out of
That again goes back to his question. Can you call her a monster or a victim without knowing that?
Well, number one, she could be called a monster because she killed her kids. Let's just put that on the table. That's number one. Yeah, you got mine and all that extra shit. Yeah, cool. But you still a monster, bitch, because you what you did.
But what if she was in a psychosis and didn't know she did that?
So what?
So how do you call somebody who doesn't know what they're doing a monster?
Easy.
She looked at what she was doing.
She has to know what she was doing. Yeah, you know what you're doing. You Googled it. You're chasing your son around. You jumping off the roof. You know what's going on.
You got a point. I understand that if she was in a stage or she was in where she was out of her mind at that moment. I understand that, but she could still. What she did was very monsterish.
Oh, I agree with you.
It was very devilish, so she could still get that title. As
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Understood.
You didn't hurt yourself. You didn't hurt yourself. You you went out. She hurt herself by jumping off the roof or after.
Yeah. She
jumped off the roof and then cut herself.
I think she cut herself and she jumped out the window.
So she did try to take herself out. Or was this the
beginning though?
This is I think when responders showed up.
Yeah, this is after she had already
She already killed the kids. She already killed the kids.
Yeah.
And then that happened.
Yeah.
So when did she cut herself?
She had already killed the kids when she had cut herself. The kids were already dead.
I want to know how's the husband? What's the husband? He's the victim. What is his? I always care about that. What is his?
I would not leave her alone. Yeah, I would not leave her alone.
But that goes back to my point. If somebody is diagnosed with a severe mental illness, and why is the state not stepping in at that point to ensure that the safety of the children are there?
When you rushing me off, I would have knew something's wrong. You're rushing me off. Nah, shit, man. Listen, he's just as much as to blame, but she's fucked up. Like bro says, she's a monster. I don't give a fuck. And then try to cover it up by hurting yourself. And that playing crazy shit only gets you but so far.
Respectfully, let's go to the next PPD. Next one is put the facts first. If the defense says she was hearing voices, but prosecution experts question whether those hallucinations were real, what evidence should a juror look for? Start with you, Reese.
The history.
So this goes back to hearing voices and schizophrenia. And schizophrenia is a real mental health issue that a lot of times, again, it causes you to do things that you don't have control over. So being that I have a background, my undergrad is psychology, and being I've worked in this field for a long time, I was violently attacked by a person that I served. She did what she did. The next day I had seen her, and in her mind, she didn't even remember what she had did to me and thought that nothing ever occurred. So you have to know the facts behind. Now, she's batshit crazy. We can all say that. But you have to understand, and you're going to look for that medical evidence. If this is something that, again, if this was diagnosed or if this was something that happened ever prior to her committing the crime that she committed. Because, again, a lot of people have mental health issues that are not addressed.
What is that when you lose your mind? When you start losing your mind? What's that called again?
Well, no, it's not when you lose your mind. Hear your voices is when you're schizophrenic.
All right, I was thinking of dementia.
So it's basically like you have another person in your mind that's telling you to do things, and then you can't separate reality from what this person's telling you to do. So again, if that's their defense is that she's hearing voices and she's schizophrenic, then I need to have some type of evidence. I need to see medical reports that have diagnosed her with this prior to her committing this crime. Because if there's nothing prior, to me, it's a joke. And you committed it, and now you're trying to use this as a defense because you don't want to go to prison for the rest of your life.
Yep.
But if there's stuff that's prior to it, then you take that into accountability. Again, should she walk away scot-free because she did this? Absolutely not. But then there's alternatives to get treatment. So instead of maybe a jail, you go into a mental hospital for the rest of your life because obviously you're crazy. But if you have nothing ever prior, you have never had issues of anything prior, and then all of a sudden now I'm hearing voices because you killed your children, to me, that's a whole nother ballgame than if you have something documented. Because let's be for real, schizophrenia is not something that you go to the doctor one time and it's over with. It's something you have to continually see a doctor for and get medication for to regulate the imbalances in your brain. So if it's not something that you're regularly going to the doctor for and that you've been dealing with your entire life, then you're using it as a defense now, and it's not something that actually probably occurred.
It involves a psychiatrist, like you said, a psychiatrist, medication, and already some prehistory of it. I agree.
Yeah.
Then jump out.
No, I totally agree with this. Totally agree. 100%. It has to be history of this. If not, then anybody can get away with this shit. All you gotta do is just say, well, not anybody, women.
Respectfully. Siggy, yo, welcome.
You definitely.
Oh, my bad. You landed?
What up?
Yeah. I land.
Welcome, my guy. Thank you for flying out with us. You tapped in. We're talking about the Lindsay Clancy case. We got a little system. We at P right now. Put the facts first. If the defense says she was hearing voices, are you a little familiar with it, Lindsay Clancy? What's going on?
Nah.
All right. Hold on. Let me speed you up just a little bit.
You want to play in the video? Not that long.
Nah, I could do a brief synopsis.
Yeah, I got you. The jury, we are now deliberating. All right. Lindsay Clancy, she murdered her 3 children. And basically the trial is not about her murdering. We're trying to see what was happening in her mind while she did it. I think she's saying that it was psychosis and she was hearing voices.
She murdered her 3 children.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And she's saying that she was hearing. Oh, I am familiar. Yeah. For a minute, they was trying to point fingers at the pops and shit for a minute until they got all the evidence that he was at the coffee shop and nowhere. She was in a good mood, like a manic mood, told him to go get dinner. She ain't feel like cooking, and she had took the kids out on a play date that day and sent him away from the house to the coffee shop or somewhere to get food and an iced coffee, I think, and whatnot. And then when he came back, the whole house was slaughtered, and she had a failed suicide attempt, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bet. Yeah, I know a little bit.
Copy. All right, so
Now
hold on,
she's
I'm gonna
saying that
give you the question. If the defense says she was hearing voices, but prosecution experts question whether those hallucinations were real, what evidence should the juror look for?
the same thing like T said. Hey, pretty much like
Oh, you let it right there?
no. I just pretty much what T said, like past occurrences and things like that. History. Because from what I know, having a grandmother who was schizophrenic too, they don't just wake up and be schizophrenic. It's some type of evidence or something like that. But I think it was already I think she already went to the doctor. It was already proven that she had some type of mental illness or something like that as well. But that's the first thing I would look at. How severe was it, and this, that, and the third. I don't think she should be, on a temporary psych hold though. But like T said, hey, she should be held down for the rest of her life, especially when you talk about killing children. I think it has to be. A lot of evidence when you talk about killing kids. You feel me?
Respectful.
I'll land with that.
Cool Billy.
What's cracking?
If the defense says she was hearing voices, but prosecution experts question whether those hallucinations were real, what evidence should a juror look for?
Everybody said it. Honestly, it's not. You know what I mean? Pre-diagnosed. If she had episodes before this occurred, you know what I'm saying? You could even go back to like when she was a kid. Like if there's a history of this happening or having episodes or anything like that with doctors saying that, she could be diagnosed with this type of shit, then yeah. But if not, bitch, you gotta go down. Fuck a mental nigga, you going to jail.
I got a question for y'all. If when people hearing these voices, because she says she heard a male voice, do you think the voices that people hear are genderless?
Shit.
Yo, do we look schizophrenic, cuz? Like real rap.
Say that again.
Huh?
Do we look schizophrenic? Do we look like we know what type of voices they hear? That's somebody you gotta go find somebody that's schizophrenic and ask them what type of voices they be hearing. Like I don't have
I'm
no
not asking you
knowledge.
what type of question, what voices they hear. I'm asking you. She says she heard a male voice. I'm asking y'all, the voices that people they hear, are they? Do you think they are? Could they be male or female, or are they genderless?
I think that's just like.
Go ahead.
I think that's just like when you hear voices, you attach things that are connected to you. So if the voice is deeper or if it's lower, that's what's going to give it a gender. Obviously, it don't have the physical parts of the body, but I just think that's just the way you're hearing it. You know what I mean? It's like, when I'm hearing, I think I can talk for myself. I hear voices in my head, not telling me, I have conversations with myself, not out loud usually. Voice in my
Can't
head.
you make it your own? Right? Like if that's the case, not to cut you off, sorry. But can't you make it your own? Can't you put a girl in your head or put a dude in your head?
That's what I'm saying.
If it's in your head,
that's what
it
I
don't
think
work like that.
I don't
Not
think
if you're
so.
if you're completely schizophrenic at a high level, I would think to me, when I
Then
hear
how
the
can you
voice in my
decide?
head, it does sound like my own voice or something at least
Usually
close to
you.
it.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But
Or you could put a family member in your head, right?
I think
You can
I
do
believe
that.
that. Yeah,
It's your
I
head,
think
right?
it's you, but that's when you're in more control of it. When you're having a mental breakdown, or if it's connected to mental health issues, I don't think you're gonna have as much control over the voice as you will have as it's just a natural thing. I think I don't want to say everybody naturally has voices in their head at a high level, but I think you do.
I think
I'm hungry.
everybody has
I
voices
don't
in
want
their
to say
head.
everybody because I feel like there's always some who don't, but I think that it's like your mind talks to you. You're hungry, or I gotta go to the bathroom. You might not say it out loud, but you
So
hear it.
what's telling you don't do it? Like I'm about to go
That
do it. You're by
don't.
yourself. I'm about to go do it.
Yeah,
And
you hear a
right?
voice
So
that tells you don't do it. But again, I
just
think that can be.
go ahead, finish what you're
I'm
saying.
just, I'm just trying. I'm just trying to clarify. You can
That's what I'm
put
saying.
a woman or a man in your head.
It could be your grandmother's voice. I think it depends on who you look at as your guidance. Somebody you can have a grandmother who
Your
raised you
thought.
or whatever,
Yeah, your
and
thought. Your
in your
thought.
mind, you're saying, "Hey, I should go rob the store," but grandma would tell you not to, and you know how much authority
That
or
means
how
that
much
means you thinking of the person,
words. So your
right? That means
brains
you
might
thinking of the
get up.
person, right?
I would assume fake, yes.
Well, also, like you
That's
just got finished saying, you just said your grandma would say. So that's pretty much you're saying to yourself that my
Yeah.
grandmother wouldn't want me to do this. So
yeah,
it's still your
yeah,
voice. It's not grandma saying it. It's
No,
yeah.
still
yeah.
your voice saying, "Yeah, you know what? My grandma wouldn't want me to do this."
Oh
So
no,
So
it
that's
it
is.
be
clear. Thank you,
grandma
It
saying,
brother.
"Don't
is.
do it, baby." It
It
could be
is your
grandma
own
saying.
voice.
It could be grandma's voice saying, "Don't do that, baby. You better
I
not go
don't.
do
I
that,
don't.
baby."
I don't think that. I don't really think that.
And I
I
get you,
think.
but
I think it's. I think it'll be your own. So I hear voices too,
So let
and
me
it'll
just
definitely be me
let
telling
me just
yo
throw this
nigga
out there and it will
relax,
clarify a little bit
motherfucker, let's
more.
go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's one or the other. It's not really. I don't really hear females and all. Nigga, it's me talking to me.
So let me just
So
clarify and pinpoint that, and it will make a little more sense. People that suffer from schizophrenia, and when you hear voices that are typically like people that you're thinking of or other people, 90% of the time it's because it's two different parts of your brain. So schizophrenia doesn't attack necessarily your emotional and thinking part of that brain. You have 4 lobes in your brain. So that's why it's different. And most of the time people that suffer from schizophrenia, it's multiple different voices that they're hearing. So it
that's
might be
correct.
different tones. It could be a high pitch, a low pitch, a woman, a man. It's not, I wouldn't
Correct.
specifically say gender. I would say that it's just multiple different tones and pitches of different people.
Different
And it's
characters.
not somebody
Correct.
90% of the time that
What,
they know or can
what
put a name to it.
If
what's
you're
the word, sis?
diagnosed with
Where
that.
you're
If you're
multiple
diagnosed with
people.
that. But we
What's the
just
word,
That's
talking
sis?
about
multi-personality
just talking about
disorder.
regular people.
Multi-personality. Right.
Just talking about regular. Just
Or
talking.
So
Gemini.
that's
It's
what I'm
called
saying. So
Gemini.
that's part of your subconscious brain that is your
I
regular
fully
thinking where you're going to hear yourself or you're going to be thinking that your grandmother's, that's your subconscious part of your brain.
Yeah, I get that.
Which is like the first
So
question.
if you're telling, what'd you say?
So just like the first question on pause, then we have to ask what evidence shows that. If she heard voices, what evidence supports that, correct?
So the funniest
Yeah,
part about her thing is that she told the psychologist, and I only know because I watched bits and pieces of her trial. She told the psychologist that evaluated her that she only heard one voice that moment, that time, and has never heard anything since.
Mhm.
So
She
are
did
you
say that.
truly schizophrenic if that's what you're saying? No, you're not, because people that are schizophrenic, they constantly hear voices. It's not something that just comes on at one time and goes away.
Correct.
Yeah, even though I'm not schizophrenic, I
I
constantly
think
hear
he is.
voices too. I live with a Capricorn Italian, so I think that's
Hey,
another thing that that can make you constantly hear voices.
This is weird because which one would tell you to go do that? You feel me? If you hear
it's
voices,
weird
and
because you're not schizophrenic. That's why it's
Yeah,
weird. That's what I was saying from the beginning.
respectfully,
You wouldn't understand it because you don't go through it. It's just like when I try to explain people what manic is, they don't understand. But I am manic, diagnosed manic. And when I try to
yeah,
explain it to them, they don't get it. The only
I
way you'll
find
be
men
able.
ick too. I'm not gay. I find men ick
What
too. I feel like they ick too.
I suffer from panic attacks, and when I try to explain it, people, yeah, you're right. People don't get it. It's
Yeah, I used to
really
get
crazy.
attacked by a dude named Panic when I went to school. He was like
Oh
my
my
bully.
You
God.
mean in prison? You meant in prison.
Next,
His
next.
name was Panic. His name was Panic. His
No,
name was
and it's crazy because but when it happens, I get that, yo, it's about to happen. You better start doing the what you need to do to take care of it, type shit, right? So there is a voice in my head saying, it's a feeling though, like I feel it coming on.
Like Michael Jackson.
So,
I
right?
got it.
So
Mhm.
it just baffles me, this voices in the head shit. Now I get the it happening to people. I get it. But once again, do we take that in consideration of her killing the kid? Or, you know,
And that's why I said you would have to know the bits and pieces. Like if you're on a jury and you hear that she only heard that voice that one time, has never heard it before, never heard it after, that's a big player in basically her whole defense of being schizophrenic, because a schizophrenic does not turn on and off, and you don't hear it just one time. So to me, if that was presented, then no, I don't think that there's a mental health issue and you're guilty. You just did what you did and tried to cover it up.
okay.
So we're gonna go to the
So what?
second
So
video, and
I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
They're going to the video.
Yeah, you're echoing, bro.
Me?
No.
yo,
I think it's 80.
can you hear me better? My bad.
Yo, hold up right quick, 2 seconds. Yo, Coot, you just tripped me out when you moved away from that picture. When you was up close on it, I thought that hair on there, I thought that was like you had like an up top bun. So when you just moved, it just messed me all the way up, kid. I was like, what the fuck going on? Now I see it's part of the picture behind you.
You got
Word.
mental illness. It's okay.
You see that sign, cuz? You see that sign?
Yeah, that's it. Look like it's a bun.
Oh, you see the sign?
What?
The something sign. I need that. I'm like, where you get that
Oh
from?
yeah, he got something Boulevard up there. Yeah, I peeped that.
Where you get that from?
He picked it up and said, I ain't never letting go. The hood is in me, son. Pause.
Southside.
Go to the next video. I'm gonna come back with your
Outside.
thoughts.
Real Southside nigga.
You have the U.S. Constitution. They have the, let's say, the minimal protection. The Massachusetts Constitution provides a greater protection. In the grand jury, you have wonderful first responders. And what these people went through is just horrific. But they had one witness after another, after another, after another, after another, firefighter, EMT, police, all describing the same thing that they saw when they went into that house. And that's going to be a replay on the trial itself. So the government should be in a position of presenting their evidence on criminal activity without trampling on the defendant's right not to be presenting evidence, quote unquote, against herself in that phase of the trial.
Ms. Clancy, good afternoon.
I'm gonna go play the next video, and then I'm gonna come back with your thoughts and questions.
I was wondering what was that about. Like,
Yeah, me too. I was confused.
I definitely didn't catch that.
When you realized it was really quiet, what did you do?
I called out.
And who did you call out to?
Everyone.
Did anyone answer?
No.
After you called out and no one answered, what did you do next?
I think I don't know the order, but I called down in the basement and no one answered. And then I called Lindsay to see if she was home because I looked out and I couldn't see her car, but it's because it was dark and her car's black.
Okay, so when you say you called down to the basement, when you approached the basement door, do you remember if it was open or shut?
It was shut.
So did you open it and yell down?
Yeah,
And there was no response?
correct.
Do you recall when you opened the door to yell down whether the light was on or off?
Yeah, it was on, but Lindsay always left the light on.
And you said you called Lindsay, was that a phone call?
Yeah,
And was that at approximately 6:09 p.m.?
yeah,
And did she answer?
no.
After you called Lindsay and didn't get a response, what did you do next?
I started checking upstairs.
And where did you check upstairs?
First, the bathroom. I thought maybe they were taking baths, but there's no one there.
And then where did you go?
The kids' bedrooms.
Was there anyone in the kids' bedrooms?
No.
And then did you go to your bedroom?
Yeah.
And were you able to get into your bedroom right away?
No, the door was locked, and that's when I knew something was wrong.
When you unlocked the door to your bedroom, did you go in?
Yeah.
And what did you see when you opened the door and went in?
I just saw blood everywhere, and the window is open.
I think the first video was, I think when she was getting arraigned, she
Yeah.
was still, she wasn't at trial yet. And second video was part of the trial when the husband Patrick started
Yeah.
testifying.
Very serious.
I'm totally lost.
This is so serious. This thing is so serious, and I'm.
Nah, he's shooting at her while he on there. Yeah, she always left the light on, and he looked
Yeah.
directly at her like.
Lightly, why you couldn't leave the kids' lights on? Well, I wonder.
I need to see that first video. He's just, I'm lost. Real shit.
Reese, what's your thoughts?
On the whole thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Because the first one, I still don't really understand what they was even talking about on that one. But I would say that based on what the husband was saying in the second part of the video, when to me, if you're truly trying to commit suicide, you're not going to do superficial cuts. Like, that's the first thing. So, and then jumping out of a window, from what I know about the stuff too, she kind of jumped not where she was just gonna land and not hit anything on the way down. There was like a bush outside the window and stuff. So I guess if you don't have that part of it, then you won't know. But he's just playing dumb. If you why are you just standing there calling around? Oh, hey, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Like, it took you that long to go open all the doors and asking where people at? Just go look. So to me, I feel like there might be a little more fishy stuff going on in the whole thing than what I thought from the beginning. But I don't know why he looked so funny when he was talking. He's like, like, I don't know. It's, to me, it's like he's trying to think of an answer.
Yeah,
and
it's not funny. This is a very serious situation.
No, it's obviously really funny to you because you can't even hold your composure.
I'm holding my composure. Clearly, I'm gonna hold it.
But I just think that there's more. I don't think she was crazy.
Yeah, I don't either.
Cool, Billy.
So what I think of is that's the husband, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Ex-husband, I think. I think she was remarried. I'm not sure, but that's the ex-husband.
That's their kid. That's their kid, though.
That was the current husband at the time of the murders, though.
Yeah.
So he wasn't the dad of the kids. He was just like the stepdad.
That's his pops. He was the pops.
Oh, he was the pops.
Okay.
He the pappy.
But she got married again after the crime happened?
I don't think so.
That's right.
No, I think she was
was
with
married.
somebody new when the crime was happening.
So some of the kids are his and some are not.
It was
All of
only,
them is his.
yeah, they all his chaps. I don't think she got re-involved with anybody. I
No,
think she
they
had
were
a,
living in the same house and they were
yeah, I
still
think,
married.
yeah.
So they was getting a
So
divorce.
those are not his kids.
What the fuck is
Those
going
are
on
his
here?
kids.
It's too much.
But they are his kids.
He
Those
was
are his
married to a
kids. They
woman.
are married.
They were married. They might be divorced now. He might have divorced her after the crime because she unalived his kids. However, they weren't on the edge of
Respectable.
divorce or nothing like that. They were together. That's why he went to go get her coffee. That's why he
Understandable.
left. He went to go get her coffee when she did what she did. That's why I don't trust women who drink coffee. You cannot trust them. The ones who love coffee, they're cuckoo. That's it. My bad.
Hey,
Hey.
I feel you.
Yeah, cool.
They'll do all of that and then tell you forget about it.
Fucking, I don't know. This nigga ain't seem really too sad and shit.
He was more worried about the light being on than anything.
Like,
He pointed that out.
There was no
I'm talking about weird like a motherfucker.
I don't know.
Weird.
I'm not
Too calm for me.
Yeah.
People grieve differently.
That is correct.
Nah, that.
He seen that.
Your kids,
he seen
though,
that light bill
your
on
kids-
top of that funeral bill. He was like,
Your kids, though.
how to add insult to injury for real. Like,
that's just
They're not even alive. What they need the light for? This is what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna pop out with the question then.
So did he kill them in the basement or did he kill?
She did. She did.
She killed them in the basement.
He killed them. Yeah.
Okay. And then she went in her
Or
room.
or
and
she
jumped
killed
out.
them up there and then put them in the basement.
No, she killed them in the basement. Then she went upstairs and cut herself and jumped out the window.
Where did she cut herself?
Not point to dying.
Not good enough.
Nah,
She didn't do that.
She did the straight across. She did the straight across. She didn't do the straight down.
You know where to cut. You know where to cut if you want to die. You know where to cut.
Well, straight.
Cut that
It
artery.
says straight across
Cut that
is
vein.
for attention, and straight down is for results. If I'm not mistaken.
And she
I
could have
think
Googled that the same way she Googled how to unalive her kids. The same way she Googled that, so she knows how to use Google when she wants to unalive somebody. She should have used that for herself so she can make sure she was
This shit is. She is guilty like a motherfucker. You Google something, bro.
She could have did a swan
Google
dive into
something.
out the window, but she jumped feet first.
Yeah.
It's like, stop playing.
Into
Swan
the
dive.
bush and then it hit the ground.
Yeah, nah, just swan dive. Just go all the way back to the door and swan dive out the window on some Drago shit.
Only thing she good at is doing the kids. She ain't good at doing herself. She don't know what that's where she failed.
Yeah. You feel me? Like you know how to do that, but you know how to kill yourself. It's easy as fuck.
Come on. That's what she used on the kids right there.
And now she's using that.
Yeah.
What's that on workout joint?
Yeah, you know people that go to the gym all the time. You can't trust them either. The ones that be in the gym every day, twice a day, stuff like that. Can't trust those people.
Evidence Exhibit A.
Oh no, please don't trust me.
That is the motherfucking evidence. That's the killer.
That's the murder weapon.
Yeah, that's
the killer.
With that being said,
oh my god, this shit getting too crazy.
She gotta go to jail. You
going under the jail. Under the jail.
It's not
under the jail. Because now you gotta know your force.
Stab or some shit. You strangled.
You know the force of strangling. Like that's it.
Hold on, Gemini. I can't hear what he's saying. What'd you say, Cool?
Yeah, I just think that's a little, definitely, just a little too. Strangulation is crazy because you didn't get a knife for instant kill. You strangled them to death. That's a little different.
Chase the 5-year-old around the house, bro.
That's a little known what you're doing.
Hold on. She wants to hear, bro.
Well, he was talking over him, and I couldn't hear what he was saying.
That's all.
And that just happened again.
That's just too
much. Hearing about the kid, the 5-year-old that she chasing around, that got me choked up.
No, the pressure you have to do to strangle your kid with a rope like that. Like you know what the fuck you're doing.
Then you strangled 3 of them.
You, 3 of them. You got to know the pressure, so you know automatically what you're doing.
She draked them
Then you chase the 3rd one around because he sees like nigga I ain't
back
trying
to
get-
back.
Boom, come here. Then how many minutes is it?
And
How
then
many
nothing
minutes
was
is
the
that?
same.
It
All right,
takes a
we're going to
minute.
the question. We're going.
That's
We
like
at
Jordan in
D.
'96. That's that bullshit. Back to back, '94,
Back to
'96.
back.
Back to back, Jordan. That bullshit.
But she didn't get the ring. The kids did.
We're gonna start. We're gonna go to the last question, last part of the system D, and then we're gonna go to commercial.
Yeah, that's nice.
Reese Moolah, can we talk about postpartum mental illness without making mothers who struggle feel like they're dangerous?
Yes.
D is don't diagnose.
You said what?
No, that was for them at home. We at the part D. Don't diagnose, but the question here.
So the question was, can you make mothers that suffer from it not feel like they're monsters, basically?
Respectfully.
Yes, because let's be realistic about it. A lot of women do suffer from postpartum depression after they have children, and they're not out there killing their fucking children. So to me, it's like it is a true diagnosis, and being that there's people that have worked through it and dealt with it and haven't killed their children, you can address it and deal with it without somebody else making them seem like they're crazy or a monster, because it's more of a common thing than not a common thing. But again, that goes back to if she was clearly postpartum depression, again, there's stuff that you are going to get help from a professional to deal with that postpartum depression, like medication or something like that, or therapy or whatever the scenario may be based on what you want. And that, again, is something that wasn't proved that she even did. So if she really was truly suffering from that, why was she not getting help from postpartum depression? So no, it doesn't automatically make you a monster that you have postpartum depression. And I don't think any woman should feel bad or feel any different if they are suffering from that. Blessed be Jah that I had 2 children and never suffered from it. So I don't think that other women should feel any way about it.
I mean, I just feel like, you know, if you are suffering from postpartum depression, or whatever, get help. That's it. You know what I mean? Because when you see a problem, you gotta attack it head on. So I feel like instead of wondering why you just don't like your kids or just thinking that that's what it is, be willing to go talk to somebody and find out what it is. And if you see that your partner is suffering from postpartum depression, keep any
kids
and objects that can be used for strangulation. Keep them away out the house. Get them out. You don't want to just leave the kids hanging.
My thing is all this, and I don't probably just talked about it. Why didn't she take her meds? Like if you have this disease or whatever it's called, why not take your meds so this never happened? Can you help the voices in your head with meds?
Does she have meds?
Pretty much sure you can. That's what I'm asking. What, there was no meds prescribed to her?
She did have meds previous, and I think she was trying to get off them. I think it was Zoloft, and she had, like I said, she did have prehistory because I think after the second child there was complications with the birth. to where that's what led to, you know, some of her anxiety and stuff like that.
Now, sis, is there meds for postpartum depression?
Yeah, so postpartum depression is kind of, they treat it the same way as somebody that has regular depression because it's a chemical imbalance in your brain. So there's
So
meds
what's
that
the
you can
difference?
take for depression if you truly are suffering from postpartum depression.
Now, is it
So
like
that's two different things? I'm sorry, bro. That's two different things. Depression and postpartum depression.
Yes, well,
yes?
they're going to classify it as different because people that suffer from depression, again, is something that typically is a lifelong thing. It's a constant
Right.
thing.
That's
Where
what I was
people
about to
that
say.
suffer from postpartum depression is typically only a short period of time after they have children.
That's what I was about to say. Kind of answered it. Right.
Oh, so she had it. What? Because I see the baby. So after that baby, then that's when she took it off.
So that's when people have postpartum depression, is after having children.
They're saying he's saying she had a psychosis, which is the rare one. I think it's every 1 out of 2 or 2 out of every 1,000 moms, something like
So
that.
she was diagnosed with that one, the real one.
Right after, not before.
Yo, the
When
more
she
I
no
the
longer
more I
had the
listen,
kids.
Say that again.
When she no longer had the kids.
Yeah, right
Yes, that's
after.
when she was diagnosed with it after she killed her kids.
Yo, I just seen this. My
Right.
bad.
Because there's 3 kids there.
So it says Lindsay Clancy, who was on trial for unaliving her 3 kids by strangulation, has supporters raised $1 million to support her and her family.
all
Oh no,
women,
she's at 2 million now.
all women.
All right, past that.
That's heavy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
you
The
know.
more
all
the
women.
more the more I listen to it, it seems like she's just throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall to see whatever sticks. You're schizophrenic, postpartum, manic depression. It's all of these things that you got going on. But at the end of the day, I understand what the lawyer has to do. He has to win the case. So yeah,
I don't think he's gonna win this one.
yeah, he's not gonna win, but I understand. But the more you listen to it, it just sounds retarded overall. You
It
know,
really
not to
does.
do the name calling thing, but it sounds retarded to me.
Did
So you
everybody answer the
schizophrenic.
question?
This
Don't
just
diagnose.
accurate. Now respect sis, not talking to you. Yeah, hoes stick together. That's why she got 2 million. All these dumb bitches. How the
That's
fuck,
a
you know what I'm
lot.
saying?
That's a
All women.
lot of fucking people.
No
All
one want to take
women.
accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Especially when you ducking accountability and that type of shit. The fuck?
Nah, the reality is a
That
bunch
just
of
goes to
mothers
show.
who's going under the guise of, oh, I know how she felt, but none of them
That's
killed their
true.
kids though. None of them kids that killed their kids though, but they know how she felt.
Mm,
You don't know
Right.
how
That's
she felt.
crazy.
You just know that being a mother can be stressful. That's
And
all. Not to the
also
point that you want to.
like, and postpartum is a real thing.
I know.
So I get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound insensitive, but yeah, you know what I mean? Nah. Yeah. I understand this is a real thing, and this is probably not the only case that this happened. I'm pretty sure this is there are more females that went through postpartum, and right, this is not the only case like this, right?
But I was about to say, because
This
killing
is
your
definitely
kids,
yeah. Throw your
No,
kids
you're
away.
right.
yeah,
There's been other
there's
cases.
more.
There's more, yeah. There's
Casey
more.
Anthony.
There's more facts. So
So what why is this standing out then?
maybe the
Why
gruesome
is this
nature.
Because
standing out?
I'm
the
not
thing that's standing
privy
out is
to.
because they're not focused on what she did. They're focused on the mind state, and this is going to change the trajectory for how cases are going to be perceived later on. You feel me?
Moving
In
forward.
the future. So basically, giving postpartum depression allowance to go kill kids.
I about to say, is that a statue now? Because we do have what do you call them? Continuously killing people, like that type of shit. Is she like Nah, I don't like this shit weird.
But I'm gonna go to commercial. We're gonna come back. I got some more videos for y'all to check out. If you here tuned in, definitely if you tapped in with the Lindsay Clancy case, let me know your thoughts. And these questions apply to you too at home. Tap in.
Peace to my flight family. First time flyers, what up, what up? I know everybody. Everybody has a story, a question, conversation they've been avoiding. If you know them, send them over here. This is the place where real talk happens. If you got something to say, someone you need to say it to, or a truth, or you finally need to land, I want you on the show, man. Apply here. Or you already know what to do. Comment ready to land. Somebody will get back to you. Land your plane.
You lied to me. You promised me that you would never ever switch sides on me. Honestly, I respect modesty, and I might have to take it as comedy. Always quietly, no quantity. Cut your sleeve, I don't want no apologies, cause it don't mean nothing without honesty. Honestly, you try to be, it wasn't that, I ain't not fighting me. All I really want is vibes and peace and fire to ride with me, there's no I in team. I am who I say I am the anomaly. Cockily, rejected your drama league. Constantly, you asking me if I could leave, and down the streets or the sheets. I know she a freak, I'm color baby E.T. I wanna stay, but I gotta leave. I wanna stay, but I gotta leave. You lied to me. You promised me that you would never ever switch sides on me. Honestly.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for tapping in. If you're tuning in now, we are chatting and talking about the Lindsay Clancy case. Y'all all right?
Yeah.
Always.
Let's see where the second part at. Question. All right, I'm gonna get in. Gonna get into the video and we can come back with your thoughts.
Has anyone else noticed how men seem very quiet about the Lindsay Clancy trial? Why is that? Why are men not standing up for her when the evidence is showing more and more that Patrick did it? I feel like there's like bro code that you don't speak out against abusive behavior. Like it's seen as weak. I think that's why all of the women watching this case love Kevin Reddington, Lindsay's lawyer, so much, is because it's so rare to see a man stand up so passionately against injustice towards women and against abuse towards women. Why are men being so silent? And at this point, if you're a man saying, like, she should just go to prison, she did it, Patrick's innocent, leave him alone, he was a great dad, with all of the evidence that's coming out, if you are saying that about Patrick still, I'm just going to assume that you are abusive. I'm just going to assume that you are a piece of shit husband too, and that you condone and support and enable abusive behavior, because it's so obvious if you were watching the case that he, at the very least, was abusive to her and neglectful. Like, where are all the good men? All of my trauma has come from men. I have spent so much of my life healing from men. I've always needed a dad, a husband. I'm just waiting for some man out there to prove to me that there's some good ones, and I think that's why so many women are idolizing Kevin Reddington so much, is because so many of us have needed a man to stand up for us and protect us and be a father figure or a good husband. And so many men have just given us trauma and failed us. And men are quiet. Why are all the men quiet? Why can't men passionately speak up against abusive behavior towards women? I feel like in a man's world, if you do that, you're like risking being seen as weak. And I think that's so wrong.
Hey, let me get this. 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 Her dad. About her dad. Her dad. Her fucking dad. Period. I was like, what the fuck? And then as soon as she mentioned her dad, oh, her dad upset her. I'm sorry. Hey, bro, that car for you? I'm sorry, people.
What's your thoughts? Jump out, pop up.
I'm
I
trying to
wasn't
figure out
done.
what this
But,
whole. Okay, go ahead.
yo, how she said it and how she, what the fuck is going on? I apologize.
I was really trying to understand her POV. Honestly, like where she get this from?
Oh, that's you? Go help him. Go help him.
Personally, is this? Then I don't know all the facts for her to even make this assumption. That's pretty much what she said. She's going to assume that all men are abusive. Like, where does that come from? I'm not understanding.
So that came from after she tried to say that she was suffering severe mental illness. After that whole thing was kind of getting shut down, she said that it was caused from abuse from her husband.
So her husband abused her? Is that on the record?
That's what she's claiming.
Oh, so now, come on, B.
What'd you say, sis?
I said that the allegations came about. Why this lady is saying that is that after she went the whole mental health, one of the final witnesses for the defense and stuff was saying that it was caused because her husband was beating her. And he was causing her to have mental issues.
Is that reported? Was the police called when that happened? Is there a paper trail of that, or that was just
There's cases of it.
Is that all of a sudden I'm getting abused now?
What'd you say,
We don't know if those is actual claims.
Niggas just like niggas said, they're just throwing anything on the wall and see if that shit stick right now. That shit's so crazy.
And I think you said that too, bro. And I was gonna follow up with that. If this doesn't work, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try it.
Right.
This doesn't work. It's just prolonging the fact that she's going to jail.
And I bet
she's
you
going to jail.
I bet you that lady that was talking, she donated to this shit. She's one of the donators.
She's one of the 2,000. That's what I wanted to say before this shit happened. She's one of the 2,000. Why not men speaking up?
All right, I'm going to start with the first question. First question is, the trial has also included testimony concerning psychiatric medications and whether treatment affected Clancy's mental state. My question to y'all is, where does personal responsibility end and medical responsibility begin when somebody repeatedly asks for help but continues getting worse? Reese, jump out.
So I feel like I feel like you're personally responsible for your own health, mental health, whatever it may be. And if you're constantly having issues and you're not getting the help that you deserve, then you need to move on to the next professional. If you're claiming that, because I know that she claimed that her meds weren't working and all this other nonsense. So if you truly felt like that and you were suffering from this depression and this postpartum and this anxiety and whatever else you were, and you weren't getting help and you were voicing that you weren't getting help, it is your job then to move to somebody else that can help you or is willing to help you. There's multiple providers and different doctors and psychiatrists that you could have went to. You didn't have to stay with the one that you were seeing if you weren't getting the results that you wanted. And if you're in that bad of a mindset, you go to a hospital and you tell them that you're in that mindset. There are psychiatric inpatient places and hospitals. There's multiple resources that you could have went to. So to me, it's not it doesn't become the medical provider's problem until you bring it to them. And again, if you're bringing it to them and you're not getting the result you want, you can always go somewhere else. So to me, it's fully your responsibility to get the care that you need for your mental health or whatever care that you're looking for. It's your responsibility as a person because no one knows you or no one knows what you're going through more than you know yourself. So I can sit here and say I'm crazy all day and my meds aren't working. If I'm not doing anything about it, then that's my responsibility. That's not a medical provider's responsibility because if he's not aware of what you're going through or he or she, whatever, they can't help you. So to me, it's your responsibility to get the help that you need or you feel like you deserve. And if you don't do that, it's still your responsibility because if I'm suffering so bad and I'm not getting that help, then I'm responsible for whatever happens and comes with that. I'm gonna land with that.
Respectfully. Jeb.
So quick question, sis. So you're blaming it on the women, not men, right?
That wasn't the question. The question was, when does your responsibility end and a medical professional's responsibility go into effect?
Oh, I apologize. I was totally on the last question.
No, we're coming to you right now. Where does personal responsibility end and medical responsibility begin?
The first sign, that I agree with this. The first sign, there's a history of it looks like you're going into this stage. So I know when to help you, per se. So I agree with this. I didn't hear that question, but I agree with this. Elaine.
Cool. Billy. Where does personal responsibility end and medical responsibility begin?
Personal ends when, again, pretty much what my sis said, but I would say when you do that, when you take the proper precaution, when you take the proper steps to get help or medication because you're aware of your, I'm sorry, it's my cat. Yo, relax, bro. When you take the when you take the proper, you gotta chill. You gotta chill. You wildin'. Fucked up my train of thought. Right. When you take can you say it again? I'm sorry. My cat is wildin'.
Where does personal responsibility end and medical responsibility begin?
Yeah, thank you. Personal ends when, again, you take the proper precautions and far as knowing that you have a problem and you take the proper precautions and steps to get it addressed. Far as medication, far as whatever the situation that the doctor prescribed or, you know what I'm saying, to tell you how to deal with this. Medical starts when whatever that happens don't work. or you're doing all those precautions and you're doing all the steps and that shit fails. So that's when you can start, I guess, blaming the medication, or you can start looking elsewhere when you took all those steps and everything failed.
Respectfully. The dirt. Where does personal responsibility end and medical responsibility begin?
I think it's based on your actions. You know, if if you're hurting yourself or somebody else, that's different, right? So I would say when you're like, you know, I'm in recovery, but I haven't been to a lot of meetings. You know, I told some people that I haven't been to a lot of meetings. However, it's because I haven't thought about using. You know what I mean? Hasn't been an answer to any of my problems that I have been given. Any problem I have been given has not been thinking, oh, I need to go smoke, or I need to go drink. So, but if I thought like that, I would go to a meeting. I use that metaphor as if you are suffering from depression and you get a medicine and you realizing you're still depression, you know, you still suffer from depression, it's time for you to go back. It's not, and if once you step over the line and harm somebody based on your suffering, it's all on you. You can't blame the doctor no more because they didn't give you strong enough pills. You have to keep going back. I think that I don't understand mental illness as far as the chemically imbalances and all of that. What I do know is I was diagnosed with one thing as a kid. I was diagnosed with oppositional defiance disorder, which makes it hard for you to have people tell you what to do. I don't like being told what to do naturally. It could be something that I might even want to do. You know what I mean? However, from knowing I had that diagnosis, they wanted to put me on medicine. God rest my mother's soul. They wanted to put me on medicine. And they explained it to her, you know, that if I went into a room with 100 black chairs and there was one blue chair and you told me to sit in a black chair, I would sit in the blue chair. And she was like, you know,
Call
what
that
do you
shit
mean?
being a Sagittarius, nigga. Some Sagittarius shit, nigga. Fuck all that diagnosis bullshit, nigga. All y'all niggas the same.
What's crazy? You know what's crazy? I sit on the floor.
Either way, if they tell you to sit in it would show that you have oppositional defiance disorder, which is a real thing. Odd. But however, with that being said, because I had it, it could be something that could be a negative thing that can lead to, you know, death. Because, you know, a cop tells me freeze, my automatic thing in my brain based on my diagnosis would be not to freeze. So I had to work on that at a high level. I even went to shock, where they tell you to do a lot of stuff. And I think that when you have these diagnoses that you have to know you have it and to some extent learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was diagnosed being a Capricorn, would I allow that to ruin my life? No. You know what I'm saying? I would live it. You know what I mean? No matter what. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't allow that to do that. Would things be, you know, awkward? Yes, life would be awkward. I would think I represent a symbol that is a goat fish. You know what I mean? What does that even mean? Are you a goat and it's fishy? I don't know what that means. You know what that means? You know what I'm saying?
Greatest of all time, nigga.
With fish. So that's fishy. So whether you greatest of all time is a little fishy. You know what I mean? But I'm saying is that I think that, yeah, is your responsibility as long as you haven't hurt anybody or yourself. It's still yours. And even when you took it as long as you haven't, you can still kind of work with the doctor. But when you have hurt somebody, nobody wants to hear that shit. I don't want to hear about your diagnosis after somebody else has been hurt. Is important now to me. It lost its importance. And I'll land with that.
Respectfully. Siggy. Where does personal responsibility end and medical responsibility begin?
When does personal responsibility begin and medical responsibility?
The other way.
The other way.
Say it one more time.
When does personal responsibility end and medical responsibility begin?
Pretty much when you lose control of your actions, when people are telling you that you're acting irrational, that's when personal responsibility ends, and that's when medical responsibility begins. Because if 10 people tell you, yo, your breath stinks, I mean, you gonna brush your teeth. So if somebody's telling you like, yo, we're not inviting you nowhere because you're unpredictable, or anytime we're out, you're doing something weird. You feel me? Every time I'm around you, you turn in the corner and you talk and you're whispering to somebody and nobody's there. That's when it's no longer a personal responsibility. That's when you have to give the reins to someone else and go at least get diagnosed. You feel me? And be wholeheartedly with the doctors. The doctor's responsibility doesn't start until they're working with a patient who's wholeheartedly honest with them and wants to have care. Doctors cannot dose you or even diagnose you without your permission. So you first have to have a honest analogy of yourself before you can even look for medical attention. Something is wrong with me and I want to change it. You hear me?
Respectful.
Yeah, I land.
I agree with everybody, man. My safest answer is when I don't know something, I'm open to learn. So if I was a juror and as a juror, it would be that I would have to listen to the evidence. I'm not the expert in that medical position for the responsibility. However, my personal responsibility would be to, you feel me, look at everything that's presented and just like Sig put it, honest. Because if you're trying to seek treatment, these things affect, like you said, it will affect other people if not being honest. Just for if it's financial, if it's other than not really helping yourself, then you feel me, it's just gonna spiral out of control, as you can see. I got 2 more videos. Let's get to them. I'm gonna play you because I got one short one and then the other one watch my word. All right, yeah, I'll go through the 2 videos, come back with your thoughts.
Women that y'all see that are defending Lindsay, it's because they empathize with her, because they would unalive their children too. I'm gonna say it again. They empathize with her because they would unalive their children too. They would abort their babies. And so they see themselves in her having the courage to do what they wish they could do. That's the epidemic. You better run. Y'all better hide. You better protect your children from these women.
The Lindsay Clancy trial is going to be one of the most significant trials of your lifetime. We are all experiencing something completely unprecedented. Never before have we seen so many mothers and women rally behind somebody who confessed to killing her 3 children. And it is not because We cannot hold women accountable. Many of us see ourselves in Lindsay. Many of us know that we could have been only one step away from doing some of those horrific things because we experienced significant mental health issues after one of our children was born. And many of us know just how dark some of those thoughts get. So yeah, this is gonna be one of the most significant trials of your lifetime.
I got a question. In that crowd, right? Just respectfully, in that crowd, there were not a lot of black people or people of color. Let's make it safe. And the person who spoke is the same shade she is. So my question is, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
Postpartum depression. Whoa. The fact that our color goes through it a lot. They make it seem like it's crazy.
Looks like
This
we're
is the
choosing
most
the bear.
this is the most important, right, bro? This is the most important case in history.
What? Oh shit.
It baffles me. It just baffles me.
All right, hold
And
on. I feel you. Wait, hold on.
I land with that. I land.
I feel what you're saying. Nah, my sisters ain't doing that though. No.
I know my sister ain't doing that.
Facts.
Now you're definitely out of it. Definitely,
Yeah.
sis. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about the totality of.
I feel what you're saying though. I totally understand exactly what you're saying. But see what I'm saying? I think it's a type. I think it's a type. I don't think it's everybody. I don't think it's a race or all. That shit right there is hilarious.
I just wanted to be careful with the word.
Who
You feel what I'm
leave
saying,
your
bro?
children with? Yeah, I totally understand, and I agree with you. I totally understand. I see your point, and I agree with you because but now seeing that bear shit just had me chuckle. That shit is funny as hell. And then because you see how I love animals and shit like that. So I'll be watching Discovery Channel and all that shit. Yo, they go hard for their kids. This is not killing their kids. Like they will kill other animals to protect their kids. Yeah, facts. So that just made me chuckle. But you're right. If you look at the scene, you look at who was talking, you ain't seen like one sister in the crowd or Hispanic, or I don't know. They could have been Hispanic. I don't know, but just from the glance of things, I feel you. And if you want to put it in that context, I understand what you're going with. But me, I'm gonna say, I think it's like a particular type. I don't think it's a race of all. Because that one that was speaking, what? We all go to dark places? What the fuck you mean?
Oh no! And look, this is the even scariest part. That lady, I think she's a therapist or a psychiatrist. So she psychologizes little girls. So you feel me? There's more little girls that are gonna go to her office.
That's crazy.
Well, then watch this. Who's she talking about? Who's she talking about?
Like again, we're not what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna act like postpartum depression is not real. Yes, it's a real thing. You can really be diagnosed with it, and it can really happen. But again, everybody don't have those dark demon thoughts of like, why is the baby not crying? Let me throw it against the wall. What the fuck?
What?
Stop crying. I need some sleep. What the fuck are you doing? No, that's I don't think that.
Throw the baby out the window.
Somebody said that
weird,
before.
Man. It's really weird, bro.
I think
black man.
I think they had to be. I think it's a Sagittarius. I think it's a zodiac sign thing.
Nah, we're not gonna keep blaming these signs, and I not see.
Funny. No, well, let's. You know what's funny? I'm happy that not to cut you off. Let me say this, DeVille, not to cut you off. I did go check the lady's Lindsay's sign, her zodiac sign. I did want to go check it. So it's funny, the person who said throw the baby out the window, she's the same sign as them. She's a Leo. So that's that collaborates. That yeah, she was born August 11th. So yeah.
You're a liar. That's not even in my makeup. I did not say that. You said that.
You just said it. I didn't say that. I don't do your voice. You said that just now.
Yeah, I was mimicking something you said. Yes, you said that. You said that about a 4-month-old baby. Throw him out the window. That's what you said. Stop playing with me. You said it.
Is that what we doing?
It was dead ass.
Is that what we doing?
Yeah, I didn't say you want to play games. Let's play it. Let's play all the games you want to play. You said throw my little cousin Najulan out the window. That's what you said.
I said throw my little
Stop
cousin
playing with
Najulan
me.
out the window.
Find you something safe to play with. My memory is tight. Pause.
That's heavy. I'm not admitting to any crimes. I don't know why anybody would try to put any crimes on me. It's awkward. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I knew that name was Biggie. I didn't know his name was Keefy D. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So
you could throw subliminals. You could throw fake subliminals at me, but if I start talking facts, then it's a problem.
No, I'm not. If you was talking facts, it wouldn't be a problem.
Tell
But
no
nothing.
lies about me, and I won't tell no truths about you.
Okay, Kendrick. All right, Kung Fu Kenny.
Start with you, Reese.
I did want to say one thing though.
My bad. Go ahead, jump out.
The second lady said this is probably be the most significant case of our lives, right?
Seatbelt, man. Seatbelt. Please.
First of all, that's a false statement. The Casey Anthony story was just as big as this story is, and it went on for years. And she did the same exact thing. Like, these are people who have selective memories. And there was a bunch of women rallying behind Casey Anthony. At first they were. Anyway, I don't know how they did after they found out that she had unalived the seed or whatever. But she did have a lot of followers, which leads me to believe that at some point, put your belt on, that at some point, women start feeling like it was okay to unalive children. Just the fact that she raised $2 million, and you even have women as blatant and confident as the second video you shown to say that they are standing behind her because of what they could have did. It sounds retarded to me. Like you're defending baby killers, which means that you're no better than a chomo in my eyes. You're a chomo. You're a baby unaliving chomo. And it's disrespectful as hell. And I like that little meme you put up too, as far as who would you trust your kids with, because that was a meme that was going around for a long time. Who would you trust if you were stuck in the woods in the middle of nowhere? Would you rather be with a man or with a bear?
Or a bear, right? In fact,
yeah.
Well, we see how many women would show up. 2 million.
Yeah. And it's just the fact of like y'all defending this goofy bitch. This bitch is goofy. Like she's retarded. And anybody who defends retardation is also retarded. Like I don't get that. Like if you stand behind her, then you should stand behind every child serial killer that walked the earth. I gotta go to Delmont. Yeah. And that's how I feel. If you stand behind Lindsay, then you'll stand behind what's my man name? Bundy, Ted Bundy. Word up. Somebody make a meme like that. If you stand behind Lindsay, you'll stand behind Jeffrey. Straight up.
You heard what she said. She said if you go against Lindsay, you abuse your partner.
Yeah.
That's you're abusive. You're abusive. You're abusive partner. What the fuck?
Can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit the fuck up, bro.
Come on, son.
Respectfully,
Because that shit makes no sense. I abuse.
Yo, I wish I was on TikTok so I could
feelings.
go in that comment section. I want to know what the comment section is like under that second lady's video. I really would want to go under there and start hell.
Yeah, dead ass. It is
I would
wicked.
just go.
Video that I came across, bro, is wicked.
If anybody's in
So
agreement,
you seen them? You seen the response to it?
I want to ask my sister a question.
Go ahead, pop up.
Sis.
Yes.
Have you ever had dark thoughts? Like she said. Respectfully.
Not when it comes to my children, no.
I know. I'm sorry. But I just had to ask. Like,
I was waiting for my turn to reply to some stuff.
And also because you're the only female here. I didn't want to say it like, yeah. If it was all females here, but it was the other females here, I would ask them the same fucking question as well. But you're the only one, so I need your POV. Like, who? Come on, right? Don't fucking no. It's fucking she talking about. That shit is weird. Yeah, no, bro. Yeah, no. Okay.
Now ask Dirt that same question, Cool. I want to see something right quick.
Yo, Dirt.
What's up, guys?
You throwing babies out the window?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Have I ever had dark thoughts about kids? Is what you want to know?
You ever had any dark thoughts?
Only when I was younger and I had a little cousin that was about 3 years younger than me. I had a lot of dark thoughts of things I wanted to do to him.
It's four of us. Put a name on it.
I don't know.
Watch your mouth.
I say what I want to say. Nigga. You think I'm scared? I got locked doors, nigga. I got doors that lock. I ain't scared of that, nigga. Lock these fucking doors, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, no. I'm more. I always feel certain people I find innocent. Kids I find innocent, even though I know they could be guilty of shit. I'm not trying to unalive a kid for real. Did I say that thing about throw the baby out the window? Yes, I did say throw the baby out the window. It was 3:00 in the fucking morning.
Nah, no, don't make excuses. You said it.
Your life is an excuse. Nigga. What I was saying is that I threw the fucking.
That don't make what you said right.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. I'm talking. Nigga, put a sentence.
Yeah, that don't make what you said right.
Yeah, I know it does make what I said right. I didn't do nothing. No, I'm just having fun because we here for content. I'm looking for a clip. Clip it.
Respectfully, it doesn't make it right.
Nigga, you right. And I didn't touch the baby. We was up late at night. I woke up and I said it. I always had a dark sense of humor. It wasn't a dark sense of action. Nobody had to stop me from actually grabbing the baby and walking towards the window. It just kept screaming.
I did stop.
Now he's lying.
Tell him to shut the fuck up. Tell him to shut the fuck up. Tell him to shut the fuck up.
He says one thing fast because he doesn't have a stuttering issue, so he can say it fast and go. It takes so long to say a simple fucking
sentence. Started by answering the question.
I don't. I'm very good at talking.
No,
That's
you
literally
did.
what I'm good
You
at.
did stutter. You said,
Promise you.
You
No,
did that.
no,
You stuttered.
no, that did not happen. You must have heard yourself. You must have heard them voices of yourself in your head. It wasn't me.
You got
Like I
them
was
too.
saying, no,
You
yeah,
got
but my
them too.
voices don't stutter. My voices don't stutter because I don't stutter. So my voice, so that's why it takes you a long time to come to a conclusion because your voices in your head are doing the same thing you do out loud. But yeah, like I said, I didn't grab the baby. I just was saying something I thought would be funny at the time that I never knew 20
You sound
years
stupid.
later we would still be talking about it. I can
sound
sound
stupid.
stupid, but you are stupid. So I'd rather just sound it than
Respectfully.
be it.
I know.
You know what I mean?
But you
A
sound
sound is
stupid.
different.
You trying to
I mean,
retract
hey,
your statement. Your statement
I'm
was
not
I threw
trying
the
to
baby out the
retake shit.
window.
No, I didn't say
Yeah.
I said throw the baby out the window. I said I volunteered anybody. But like I said,
You
it was
didn't
late
answer
at
the
night.
question.
We was tired.
You said
And
4 o'clock in the morning,
it was like
and you
3 or
was
4 in the
tired. 3
morning.
o'clock in the morning, you was
And
tired.
the baby would
I'm
not. The
throwing the
baby
baby
must
out the
have been
window.
going through some type of issue because it was just would not shut the fuck up. It would not stop crying. And we were all in there, and we did everything we could do, and I just
No,
I
you
said,
didn't
throw
do
that
everything
fucking
you
baby.
could do.
Yeah.
You didn't do everything you could do.
We should have gave us some liquor. It maybe would have been quiet like you.
No, you didn't do everything you could do. Now that sounds
Yeah.
dumb. That
No.
sounds really dumb.
No, we
Like
did
me,
everything
I'm
we needed to
grown.
do.
We're talking about a baby. Hold on, bro.
You're grown?
I'm grown. I can do what the fuck I want. Yeah, I'm grown.
You can do it.
We're
You're
talking
grown?
about a baby.
Can you wear your hat backwards?
You put me as a baby, nigga. I'm not a baby. I'm
You
grown.
are a baby. You are a baby to me.
Respectfully, and I'm older. Dummy.
Yeah, but you're still a baby. Age means nothing. Age means nothing. It doesn't.
I got you.
age doesn't equal maturity.
I got you.
Yeah.
You said the statement you said.
Yeah, you
now
said
you're trying to
Google
retract
Gaga.
on the statement you said.
I'm not retracting anything. I'm giving context. You might not know what that word even means, but Google it.
I don't. But I know what you said. I know what you
I was
said.
giving context. That's what I was doing.
You say you would throw the baby out the window.
I never said I would throw the baby out the window. I did not say that.
3 o'clock in the morning.
I said, I screamed out loud, throw that fucking baby out the window because it kept screaming. But I didn't say to anybody.
Why would you say that? Why would you say throw the baby out the window instead of holding the baby?
Everybody that was there laughed at it.
All right. Reese, move now, he want to keep going. I'm staying on topic. He's trying to disrespect me. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just saying what you said.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to address the stupid comment that was made about Caucasian people. Because if you actually watch the trial and you actually watch the people that were rallying behind her, there was also African-American women there as well. What I will agree with is what Coop said, is that it's a specific type of people that are there rallying behind her. And you can call them Karens, you can call them whatever you want to call them. There's a specific group of people that are rallying behind her. They're absolutely fucking stupid because not all women have dark thoughts after they give birth to children. But if you actually followed the case and watched it, you would know that there was African-American people there as well.
But the person who spoke was what?
That's not what you had said. You said that there was no African-American people there, and that's a false statement.
I said there was. I said there was a lot of people that was the same shade as her. That's what I said.
That's not what you said. But anyway,
no.
I don't have time to argue with arrogance because you just made it a racial thing and it has nothing to do with race. It's more of a feminine thing, and that's why people are rallying behind her because of women who also have had thoughts about killing their own children, so they're sick in the fucking head. That's what it comes down to. It has nothing to do with race. Yes, the woman that was talking was Caucasian, and yes, majority of the people who were there were Caucasian.
Where are we going with this? Because
that's where we're going with it.
Okay, respectfully, I'm saying the majority of the women who was out there of whatever number that was mostly the same shade she was.
That's most protests because those people don't have to work a lot of times. They're good to go. They can go.
What I'm saying is that. What
was your actual question to the video?
Respectfully, I'm reply to you, man. Let me reply to you, sis. Because you're coming at me. So let me reply to you.
No, I came at your arrogant statement is what I came at. I didn't come at you.
Actually, I was talking to you. I was talking to Dirt, my bro. And then you jumped in.
and then said that. And I'm explaining to you that most of the people out there was the same shade as her. However you want to take it, is how you
I'm
take
glad
it.
you can see colors.
I'm saying respectfully, I'm saying when the camera showed the audience, it was the same shade as her. Now, throughout that, you may see Puerto Ricans, Hispanics, and Blacks, but majority of them were the same shade as her. You can't deny that.
Okay.
Respectfully. Now I'm getting back to my bro when he said what the bros are saying that he stated.
Who cares? That was
I'm
like
not
fucking
saying,
35 years ago. It was a statement. He said it. It's over and done with.
but don't curse me out. Curse the person who brung that up, not me.
I brought it up as a joke. I didn't know you was gonna feed
Respectfully.
that much into it. We were all Dirt was 16. I was 13 years old. It was a joke, not to be taken so seriously and wholeheartedly. You killing the joke by doing that. It's a joke. We laughed. It's funny. Move on to a different topic. Answer the question at hand. What's
But if you
going
don't
on?
like, if you don't
going
like
on?
something, look. If you don't like something that you hear, don't we all speak about it? If you don't like something that you
Me
heard,
and Dirt was doing a little banter back and forth, and you jumped in with no context on the conversation.
This is the panel. I didn't like what I heard, so I could speak about it of the conversation of the topic that we're talking
But
about.
you're speaking from a one-sided point of view. You don't know what happened. Only people that was there was me, Mega, and Mo. The three people who were laughing because it was a joke.
It was what was said. It was what was said.
A joke.
Respectfully, it was what was said that I can now speak about of the conversation we're having, right?
No, you can't.
No.
You only have one side. That's what's wrong with everybody today. Y'all want to go on one side of information and think that your opinion is important. It isn't. We already know it was a joke. We laughed and we was over it. You kept bringing it back up with no context or no backstory or anything. You killed the joke. You killed it. It's no longer funny. Now look, everybody's serious because you killed the joke. Way to go, the joke killer.
All right, let's move on.
Come on.
That didn't make sense
Answer
to me.
the question. He asked a question. Come on. What we doing here? I thought
what's your question, Donald?
I got you. After sitting through weeks of disturbing testimonies, what does healthy decompression look like after hearing traumatic evidence all day?
Well, I mean, I feel like after you hear all that stuff all day, again, that's going to be your own personal thing on how you debrief with that, because a lot of people do different things. So I'm not going to speak about how somebody else might, debrief after hearing all of that stuff. Me as a woman, I'll speak about that part of it. If you're hearing stuff like that, obviously I've heard the case. It's not affecting my personal life by any means. I'm not having thoughts now of killing my children. I'm not having thoughts of going to rally behind this woman. I'm not having any of those thoughts. I think it's sick and disgusting what she did. And I think that for me personally, I try to do this in my everyday life. Sometimes you got to leave. A jury is a job. Sometimes you got to leave that shit where it's at. And a lot of women are going to use this excuse if they were on the panel or the juror, whatever, to carry it on about how mental illness and women this and women that and postpartum depression. But at the end of the day, everybody's brains work differently. So your job as a juror is to leave that stuff where you're at and keep it moving in your personal life. So if you got to pick up yoga, if you got to go see a therapist, if you got to go swimming, whatever the hell you feel like you got to do to get over the traumatic stuff that you just heard, feel free to do that. My thing is, if I'm sitting on the jury and you tell me this, I'm going to do what I got to do as a juror and keep it moving. I'm not going to go home and sit there and think about all these horrific things that I've seen or heard or sat through at this trial. I'm aligned with that.
Respectfully. Cool Billy, after sitting through weeks of disturbing testimonies, what does a healthy decompression look like after hearing all this traumatic evidence all day?
She said it. She nailed it. Again, it's all on the person. Again, some people smoke, like take a smoke break, and you know what? Some niggas may go to the bar like, y'all need a drink after this bullshit. Other people may go home and grab their kids and hold them tight. Like, oh, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It really all depends on the person. Me, per se, again, I'm kind of like, I don't know if it's a Capricorn thing, but I'm kind of like my sis. I leave work at work, and then I'm out. I'm going to go live my life. Just like that. Me, personally. Like, okay. Debriefed. Oh, look, this is some crazy shit. I probably say that out loud and then just keep moving. Leave work at work, home life at home. I don't smoke and do all that shit no more, so I'll probably I'll do drink. Probably grab a shot.
How long you been no smoking, cool?
Oh, nah, I went back and then I stopped. It's when I feel like it. When I feel like it.
Yeah.
I'm about to stop again now.
Please do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Longevity. That's what we shooting for, man.
Facts.
Respectfully, Siggy, coming to you. Pause. After sitting through a week of disturbing testimonies, what does healthy decompression look like after hearing traumatic evidence all day?
Me and Dirt was talking earlier. I mind my business on accident. You feel me? Like, I could be wholeheartedly into something, like dead ass, and then as
Bro,
soon
the
as that
beeping,
shit is,
bro.
and then as soon as I leave, nigga, I motherfucker don't even think about that shit no more. That's like, I really don't have a decompression stage unless it has something to do with my kids, my personal life. If it don't got like dealing, like talking about somebody else's issues, even as an empath, like I'll think about it for a minute. I'll be like, damn, that's fucked up. I wonder how they family feel and this, that, and the third. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. When it comes to death and stuff like that, I'm very weird because I know death is the only thing that's guaranteed. Well, not walking the face of the earth again is something that's guaranteed. I take it as a joke, man. Like, not as a joke, but lightheartedly. So, yeah, I feel for the family and all of that, but once I'm out of there, kid, I don't think about it no more. Like, and that's just me on a personal level. You know what I mean? I'm not going out here. I'm not killing my kids. I'm not killing nobody else's kids. I'm not doing none of that shit. So I just be like, damn, son, grandparents, mamas, the dad. I'll feel for them just until I cross the threshold of the courthouse. I might see one of the jurors with me that was with me. I'll be like, damn, that's fucked up, right? Word. And keep it hot. Keep it a band with you. And won't think about it again until somebody asks me, like, yo, how you feel? I'll be like, yo, it was fucked up, but, you know what I mean? I would have to make something up because I genuinely, as Dirt say, don't have the feelings to give a fuck. Like, respectfully. I land with that.
Respectfully,
Take it how you want it. They ask me why I talk like that.
Because you got it on you, nigga. Jadem, after sitting through weeks of disturbing testimonies, what does healthy decompression look like after hearing all this traumatic evidence all day?
Depressing. Fucked up. It's It's the sitting there. God damn it. What the fuck? Exhausted, defeated. That's what it looks like. Defeated. However it looks on your face, that's exactly what the fuck it is. And my brother said it. So I'm gonna land with that.
Respectfully. The dirt. What does, after sitting through weeks of disturbing testimonies, what does healthy decompression look like after hearing traumatic evidence all damn day?
Go watch comedy or something. I mean, go watch my show, Hood Service Announcement. Come watch this show. I think, one of the things I learned in recovery early on and my sponsor told me about was a happy playlist of music. So I feel like the playlist can be music, it can be a movie, it can be things like that. Connect around happy people, do things, use it as an example to take things less for granted, I should say, to take things less for granted, because we do, maybe if you have kids, it's time to go spend time with them and show them some love. If you have a partner or something like that, it's time to go spend time with that person. If you have friends, spend time with them. If you just go home and start watching true crime and first 48, you're probably going to still be stressed out. So I would say be very conscious of what you digest, because whatever you digest, whether you're talking about in the physical sense or the spiritual sense or the mental sense, at some point you will regurgitate it. It will go through you. So I would say after having to digest all of that, I would be placing that with some healthier stuff and healthier content, So stuff that is funny. I'm gonna be done with it. I'm not gonna go watch people reactions to the verdict. I'm not gonna be, watching any more case footage or any interpretations or, like I said, any true crime podcasts. Nah, I'm gonna just be focused on making sure that I'm doing the opposite of that. I'm going to watch Coming to America. I want to watch Hollywood Shuffle. I want to watch something that's going to make me chuckle, or something like that, because it's just reality. Life, if you listen to reality itself, is sad. It has a lot of sad moments. So it's all about, you faced it head on, pause. You know what I'm saying? By being in that situation. However, I think it's time to, kind of just keep it moving, move on. I'm very able, like Hood was talking about, I'm very able to move through something and just, we'll be on the phone having a conversation. This nigga would call me like a week later. Like, you know what you said? I don't be remembering, because this should be all temporary for me a lot of times. So I don't take it, and I would take that as that. And I'll land with that.
Respectfully agree with everybody on the panel, man. I want to know your thoughts at home too. Who you agree with? I'm taking walks. Looks like healthy decompression, exercising. Like I said, you got to get back to your sleep. Number one thing would be to follow what the court says, whatever they advise you to do, as far as staying away from online outside sources and just whatever they could refer for you. Follow that. If you're a person not knowing how to process difficult stuff, then definitely seek some mental health profession. You feel me? I think I said sleep. So you want to get back to your normal routines, because sleep deprivation is a big thing for people. It's taking people out left and right. Yeah, do some a retreat might even work too for you, because like hearing all of this stuff, as traumatic as it is, and you do have kids, yeah, you begin to cherish your kids, take trips, cherish these moments and stuff like that. So definitely seek some. You're definitely gonna need some help. Seek some help. Seek some type of support groups, whether it be an individual or a group. Where we're gonna go to a quick commercial and then we're gonna come back with one more question. Y'all all right?
We're good.
This could be. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, go to that commercial, Dirt. Make some noise.
This is BK.
Mike Payne.
Carly.
34 and a half. Hot boy Shay. Tyrell. And I play Tyrell.
And Monica.
Jay.
Asu.
Mo.
Big Prince in that series Make Some Noise.
You gon' hear me now, feel me now. I'm 10 toes, no small talk, straight to the pen.
Throughout the season, you see him going through where in the beginning he wanted to just do his music and work a regular 9 to 5, but as things continue to happen to him, he has to respond to the environments that he gets put in.
Damn. Nah, fucked up, cuz. Yo, my bad, bro. Where the fuck was you at anyway? I was trying to get a little bottle or something, type of weapon that even the odds, it was more than us.
A lot of people called me and was like, when they see me, I like to say I retreated, which is something people do in war all the time. They retreat to, regroup. Another word I like to use when I think about that scene. People thought I was like, punani.
Nigga, you must not know who the fuck I am, nigga. This my city. Y'all beat his ass. Get up, bitch ass. You ain't talking niggas. We outside.
I had people say, you just being you. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't no bully though. I ain't no bully, but yeah, don't take me there, bro. But other than that, yeah, just I'm that nigga, and I definitely feel like I'm that nigga. You supposed to feel like that. You feel me? Yeah.
Damn, she fine as hell. What the fuck you doing with this bum ass nigga? Might well come to my section.
Nigga, I wouldn't give you the time of day if you paid for it. Like she's a good person at heart. I just think she's in the wrong career field.
You be surprised what type of men I see on a daily. Oh, what? That make you nervous? You scared?
Nah, not even.
I think you kind of see her go from a stable person to just kind of really wanting to hold on to a relationship that probably does need to end.
Excuse me? It's been a few days with who? Who you been working with? And who are you about to compare me to?
I'm just tired.
No.
I need to get some rest.
No, let's talk about it. Who are you about to compare me to?
Nobody.
Was it the girl that dropped you off? Yeah. I saw that person drop you off. Who the fuck was that?
A friend that, everybody try to keep around in life, that's still, doing the normal things, having a job, taking care of bills.
No, I ain't got much, man, but I know I can loan you a few dollars.
Nah, man, you ain't have to do that.
Man, look, bullshit. It's your dream, man. You're my boy. Plus, I gotta make sure you give me a shout out, man, when you get your Grammy. I gotta make sure I contribute to your dream, man.
Go watch I'm So Tyrell, Make Some Noise on YouTube. Go watch it now. It's on YouTube now. Now we get a licensing deal and they tell us to take it off. You won't be seeing it and you'll be mad because it's on some sort of platform. So you getting first dibs to watch it before anybody. As we create it, we load it up and you get to watch it.
Welcome back. Y'all all right?
Good.
Wait. Let's get it. Last question. Start with you, Reese Mullah. Forget the courtroom for a minute. If a new mother says, something isn't right with me. What should help actually look like?
I would say it depends on what is not right with you. You would probably have to define that a little bit more so that I would know what you're referring to. If you're referring to mental health problems and you're telling somebody that something's not right with you, they can't force you to go get help. They can suggest, they can try and assist you, maybe by driving you, take you to the hospital or whatever. But most of the time people, and I guess it is kind of hard too, because some people cry out that they need help when they really don't need help. It's more of a attention seeking thing. Again, I would suggest that if somebody came to you with saying that they have a mental health thing that they need help with, then I would say that your job as a friend, a partner, whatever the scenario may be, is to try and assist them to get some type of help that they may need. A lot of times people will say they want help or they're going through something and then they don't want the answer to that. Again, there's other ways to get help besides medication. So if it's a medication thing that you don't want, there's therapy, there's alternatives to that that could assist you with whatever you're dealing with. So I think that the first part is always being honest with yourself and being true to somebody else and expressing truly what you need help with and how you're truly feeling. And then that person could assist you further with what type of help you need. I'm gonna lay with that.
My bad, I didn't catch that last part that you had said.
Huh?
So I didn't catch the last part that you had said. My bad.
I was basically saying that it's your job to be truly honest with yourself and honest with other people, that if you're claiming and stating that you need help, with what type of help you need and what you're actually going through so that they can assist you with getting the correct help. Whether it's taking you to a hospital, helping you get medication, going to see a therapist. Maybe sometimes people just need help with getting out of the house, go out for a coffee, go out for a walk, go out for whatever. But the first part to getting help is being honest with yourself and others in order to know what type of help you need.
Respectfully. Cool. Billy. Let's forget the courtroom for a minute. What does help look like?
Being there, showing up. That's it. Even if pretty much what my sis said as well, but also just, don't gotta do all that. Just motherfucking come sit next to a nigga and just be there in a person's presence. Sometimes that be all the help a nigga need. Just knowing that a person is there. Don't necessarily have to be super spend money or do something in particular. Just be there. Show up. Make the phone call. Even if your niggas ain't talking about nothing, just listen to a nigga breathe sometimes.
You laying there?
I'm laying, yeah.
Respectfully. Siggy, yo. Let's forget the courtroom for a minute. What does help look like?
Help looks like before you could get a doctor or go to a doctor, you first have to know what's hurting. So that's what help looks like. It looks like somebody who knows they need help and in what area they need help in. You understand what I'm saying? You don't go to a dermatologist if you got bad nerves. And that's just the reality.
That's true. See, I was speaking from a different perspective, but correct. All right, yeah, my fault. Yeah. I agree with that.
That's just the reality. Can't happen. Oh my God. My bad.
Jadem.
Yeah.
Oh, did you
Hmm?
you land?
Yeah, I'm landed.
Jadem, forget the courtroom for a minute, man. What does help actually look like?
I agree with my brothers and sister. Communication is key. And if they, you know what I mean? Like, that is major part of it, communication. And knowing when you're supposed to be there. Knowing that, yeah. You feel me? Just knowing the person you're with. So what does it look communication to me is a big part of that. Absolutely knowing your partner, knowing when is when and what time it, not so much timing, but when is when. Feel the energy type shit. I land with that.
Respectfully. The dirt. Landed home for the
What does help look like? It's very subjective and it's very individually based. Everybody needs help differently. Some people want to talk about the problem, some people don't want to talk about the problem, but I think that it's solution based. Let's get to the solution. You know, if you have some issue, let's have a conversation that can help get to the solution, or let's talk about something else. Let's move on past it until we can be more level-headed to get to a solution. Obviously, love, overstanding, and anything that can make a person feel like they're not alone. You know, that could be just the most like kind of like, I forgot who said it, but the same thing is just erasing that feeling of being alone, because for some people, being alone is one of the most saddest parts of life. And some people have kind of got used to it. Even then, most people don't want to be alone. So learning how to just help that person without making them feel like they're alone. And I'll land with that.
Respectfully, what does help look like? Number one to me is family members knowing the warning sign. If we're not hit and we're not on point or on, you feel me, with this, we'll miss it. So we have to get equipped with that. I think number one. I agree with Siggs, where they have to identify first. That will lead to, the actual evaluation. Once they get the evaluation, then family members is put on. There's follow-up care. You feel me? Somebody actually taking her seriously. If they're discussing or telling you directly about suicidal or frightening thoughts, you feel me? The family shit I said is once she gets evaluated, he or she gets evaluated, or somebody gets evaluated, the family know the warning signs. They can actually have a safety plan in place for somebody going through crisis, because it may not just be their family member, maybe their next door neighbor or somebody else they know. You dig? So it'll help spread the word type shit. And immediate emergency help. when somebody may hurt themselves or someone else immediately. Because if don't nobody take them seriously, it's coming.
Yo, you wanna know what's crazy? That when I see that picture, I see her as the dominant one. That's just what I seen in that picture.
Respectfully. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this flight. First time flyers, if you were tuned in, I appreciate you, flight family. Love is life, as always. Any final thoughts?
Under the jail.
Bitch, it's crazy.
Under the jail. Thank you, sis. Under the jail. Under the jail, girl.
We got two guilties. What else? Sid, Coop, Dirk.
I mean, yeah, she's definitely guilty, and I mean, I feel like even though I respect the court system in some situations, I don't respect it because she's already even admitted to guilt. So it's like, what are we saying?
Thanks.
She's already admitted she did what she did. So it's like, what are we
Look
doing
her
this
fucking
for?
smiling. What the fuck is she smiling about?
Because that's her attorney.
The fuck?
Not funny. That's her attorney, really?
Like, what the fuck,
Really,
man?
He's smiling.
Smiling,
He got that money. No
got
matter
some time
what,
from her in the attorney room.
he knows for a fact that you did it, but he's just worrying about the money. I got money.
She admitted to doing it.
Three kids are
admitted
dead.
to doing it.
And you're smiling.
Wow. And here's the crazy thing. If you admit it, what are they talking about? Once again,
because they're trying to say that it was insanity, that she was crazy.
And we all agree under the jail. We all agree under the jail.
I don't agree with that.
Now all of a sudden the mindset of
you
knew what you were doing. Yeah,
You're
you knew what you were
Coop.
doing.
She shouldn't go. She shouldn't go under the jail. She should die.
Okay, definitely.
What bro say? What bro say?
But
Slitting
you
the
say
wrist
she's guilty
up
though.
or slitting the wrist across.
Facts.
Slitting the wrist
The
up
death
or slitting the wrist
penalty.
across.
Facts. Anybody who kills kids should die. Rapists, all that shit. Niggas should die.
Big, what's your not guilty or guilty?
You said what?
She guilty or not guilty?
Who? Is who guilty and not guilty?
Lindsay.
The woman who confessed and said that she did it?
Yes.
We need your card, man.
What? Yo, son,
Why is it on trial? Because her brain?
Well,
she pleaded not guilty.
Not guilty due to mental illness or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, but stop it.
We had heated conversations on this motherfucking topic.
Yeah,
we all agree
she's a baby killer.
All right, so guilty.
Exactly.
Anyone who harms children should die.
So he agrees that she's guilty, but she needs the death penalty.
And chase the last kid around because he knew.
Saying that's what they doing to
wrong.
rapists. That's what they doing to molesters and all this extra shit. Why she should get a light sentence of going to the crazy house or get evaluated for the rest of her life? Nah, bitch. Bye.
Bro, it get deeper than that. Why is she on trial? Cause of what? No.
Well, that's what happens when you plead not guilty and want to go to trial. That's what happens.
Well, justice. This is how justice is going.
And it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up.
Respectfully, man, I appreciate y'all thoughts and I appreciate y'all flying out with me. Y'all already know. Love is love, always. I'm gonna close this
Love
thing
the panel.
out.
Respect the panel, man. Keep it hood.
You at home, man. Let me know your thoughts. Definitely, if you're a first time flyer, I appreciate you. Like it, subscribe, share it with somebody, especially with one of their supporters, and see what their thoughts would be. Postpartum is a psychosis. Postpartum psychosis is a psychiatric emergency. It is a rare but can involve hallucinations, delusions, paranoia, and disorganized thinking. And immediate professional intervention is important. If somebody is experiencing hallucinations, severe confusion, paranoia, or thoughts of harming themselves, someone else after childbirth, this isn't a wait and see situation. Get emergency medical help immediately. Because the juror's job isn't to decide who has the best story. It's to decide what evidence proves. And outside the courtroom, our job is bigger than arguing about one case. It's asking whether mothers are being heard when they say something is wrong, because getting help shouldn't require somebody to reach the point of crisis before we finally believe them. I want you to protect your peace. See you next week. And thank you for flying with us on Land Your Plane podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your destination. Please remain seated until you have properly processed. Keep your mind clear until next time.
Land your plane, land your plane, land your plane.